All right, Shane Moran here. Welcome to the call, everyone. And I'm your co-founder and global master distributor, Organo Gold International. This is the 90-day game plan. It's an awesome opportunity here for new distributors and also existing distributors to really take your business to the next level here with Organo Gold. So make sure that you have a pen and a piece of paper. As a matter of fact, I would encourage you to have a couple pens just in case one runs out. And get lots of paper because we're going to go through step by step a 90-day game plan to launch your business and to take your business from where it is right now within 90 days to explode your personal production and the production of your organization worldwide, not just in your own community. Of course, we're going to start in your community, but we're going to make your business and help you step by step help introduce you to the 90-day concept. What do you do every day, every week, every month, every quarter to help you succeed? So if you have a pen and a piece of paper and you're ready to go, let's get started here. The first thing I want to introduce you to is the fact that tonight's call and tonight's presentation, we're going to be talking about the big business plan. All right, this is the big business plan. This is not a plan for people that want to make a couple hundred extra dollars per month, a couple extra $1,000 per month. We're talking here about a big business plan, how to build a financial wall around your family that nothing can get through. I'm going to take you step by step what I did when I got started with Organo Gold with no marketing materials, with no branding, no warehouses, no websites, just a silver sachet with a little label on it. And I'll show you the plan that was developed to help get this company off the ground. And again, we're talking about the big business plan. So if you're looking for a big business plan and you're looking to take your business to the next level, then you've come to the right call here this evening. Like I said, make sure you grab a pen and a piece of paper so you can jot down the notes, you can get into action ASAP. And let's start off by asking everyone here, how would you like a $1 million idea? Okay, $1 million concept. You know, when I first did this presentation back in January of 2010, okay, January of 2010, this particular slide said, hey, how about a $100,000 concept? You know, how about a $100,000 concept? Today, you notice we've added an extra zero, but in my opinion, I think we could add $1 billion. I believe it's $1 billion concept because of what has occurred since January of 2010. But let's keep it simple here. What I'm about to share with you, make sure you grab a pen and a piece of paper. I want you to write this down because the whole plan and the entire concept evolves around this next $1 million concept, and that is this. You create a few simple actions, and write this down. You want to memorize this. Create a few simple actions which can be duplicated by a large group of people over a consistent period of time. Okay, so I'll go over that a couple times with you. Make sure when you're writing it down, create a few simple actions which can be duplicated by a large group of people over a consistent period of time. And you see the words there in yellow, simple actions. I'd like you to either underline simple actions, circle, or make them bold and make them stand off of your page. You know, where it says duplicated, make sure you either underline it, make it bold, circle it, do whatever you do so that word basically jumps off your page. And then consistency, you know, that consistent, the word consistent, underline it, make it bold, circle it, whatever you have to do to make those words that are in yellow jump off your page. And again, here's the concept. You create a few simple actions which can be duplicated by a large group of people over a consistent period of time. Okay, so the whole plan evolves, and everything that Organo Gold has really put together, from the systems that we put together to the compensation plan to the steps that we're going through, they're all very simple actions which can be duplicated by a large group of people over a consistent period of time. Now here's the problem with that, because if you're in this room, you probably had some great ideas, or worse, you've had people approach you with some ideas, and it usually sounds like, hey, I got an idea, right? I got an idea. And usually people who don't even have a dual are coming up to you and saying, hey, I got an idea. The challenge, and the idea could be really complicated and sophisticated and just totally complicated and not duplicatable. The problem with those great ideas is they actually work, maybe for one person. You see, you might have a great idea to complicate something and it might work for you short term, but it will not work for your team if it's not simple, if it cannot be duplicated by a large group of people, and if you can't do it consistently over a long, period of time, then the person with this great idea might make a little bit of money, but the team won't make any money, and then your group won't work, so it normally collapses. So I hope you've had enough time to write this down. I want you to memorize this particular concept as we go through the plan. And as we go through the 90-day game plan, I'll pop over to the next slide here. This is what the 90-day game plan consists of. You see, there are many, many people all over the world that they love Organo Gold. They love coffee. They love the culture that we've developed. And what we want to do is we want to take you step by step. What do you do? What are the simple things that we can do every single day that can be duplicated by a large group of people, and we can do it consistently for a long period of time? What are the things that we could do every single week, that are simple every week, simple actions that we can take, simple steps that we can take that can be duplicated by a large group of people over a consistent period of time? What are the few things that we should be doing every single month that are simple actions that can be duplicated by a large group of people over a consistent period of time? And what are the few things that we should do every quarter, the simple actions that we can take every quarter that can be duplicated by a large group of people over a consistent period of time? I hope you're getting the concept, and I want to really illustrate how important the 90-day game plan is. Did you know that our entire compensation plan was designed around the 90-day game plan? And let me illustrate that for you. Check this out. You see, you can make money every single day if you focus on retail profits. Buy wholesale, sell retail, keep the profits. You're keeping 100% of those profits. But you can make money every single day, 365 days a year, 7 days a week, every single day, by focusing on retail. That's why it's there. That's why it's the first way to make money. Did you know that every week you can determine your income by focusing on your new business that you're bringing to Organo Gold, either with the Fast Start bonus or with your dual team, one on the right, one on the left, one on the right, one on the left? But that commission, that part of the commission, is calculated every single week. And to this date, almost 7 years, 6.5 years later, Organo Gold has never, ever missed a weekly payout, ever. And then monthly, you've got your unilevel repeat business, your matching bonuses on every person that you personally enroll. Whatever they earn on their unilevel, we're going to match you, and it can go down up to 4 levels. And then you've got your generational leadership bonus that is paid out every single month, every single month. So if you're looking to improve your monthly income, focus on your unilevel matching bonuses and generation. And then finally, the quarterly part of the comp plan is the global pool. Every quarter, we calculate that global pool, and for all qualified rubies or higher, you're going to profit, and you're going to profit on the success of the company worldwide. You will profit on every single country that we launch now, that we're currently in, and in the future, providing that you're at least a qualified ruby or higher in the comp plan. You're earning money 24/7. All right. Hope now again, I wanted to illustrate the power of the 90-day game plan, because the compensation plan, which I know if you're here, you already love the compensation plan. You just want to try to figure out, how do you get your business to the next level? How can you just create a white hot burst of energy to grow your business in your market, first of all, in your city, in your state or province, in your country, and throughout every country that we're currently marketing in. And so let's get started with the 90-day game plan. We're going to start off with the daily method of operation. okay, the daily method of operation. So in the first section here, we're going to talk about what are the simple steps that you can take every day, every single day. It's probably going to be the most important because it's going to be the one that you're going to look at the most often. So grab your pen, grab a piece of paper, and here's what I want you to write down. Stay in zone 1. It's where all the money is. You want to stay in zone 1. If you don't know what zone 1 is, I'm going to review it with you. We're going to take you by the hand. We're going to step you through, but this is where the money is. For those of you who have great ideas and big ideas of becoming OG coffee millionaires, I'm telling you, this is where you make money, in zone 1. If you're in zone 1, you're going to make money every single day. And here's what I mean. When you're sampling, if you take a prospect and you're sampling an OG, that's zone 1. Everything starts with a sample. I found out about Organo Gold because someone that I know, Mr. Bernie Chua, who I knew, gave me some samples. That's how I found out about Organo Gold. Chances are very high, 97, 98, 99%, that someone gave you a sample. That's how you found out about Organo Gold. When you're retailing, so every day that you're sampling, you're in zone 1. That's where the money is. Every day that you're retailing, buy wholesale, sell retail, a couple boxes here, a couple boxes there, you're in zone 1. When you're sponsoring a brand new distributor, congratulations, that's zone 1. When you're doing CJMs, a few people gathered together, drinking coffee, having a conversation, that is also zone 1. Okay, now every single day, 5 days a week, we've never ever missed a call in 6.5 years. Every single day for 1 hour every day, you can get on the coffee break call and you can hear caller after caller after caller after caller that talks about what happened yesterday that caused them to be in zone 1, and maybe they sampled, or maybe they retailed a couple boxes, maybe they sponsored a new distributor, maybe they did a CJM, whatever it is, but they're going to tell the story, and we have stories upon stories upon stories, but I'm not aware of another company in the history of network marketing that can do a call every single day and ask the question, what happened yesterday in your business that caused success, and have so many callers every day calling in, telling their stories. So again, this is zone 1 when you're sampling, when you're retailing, if you're sponsoring a new distributor, if you're conducting CJMs, you're in zone 1. And we're going to stick for a second to the theme of zone 1. Now, oh, by the way, zone 2 is when you're managing other people. You see, sometimes people, they have a little bit of experience in network marketing and they think the money is in managing others. There's no money in managing other people who are in zone 1. Okay, that's called zone 2. When you're managing people, when you're managing your distributors who are in zone 1, there's no money. That's not where the money is. The money is in zone 1. And it doesn't get worse than being in zone 2 unless you're in zone 3. You see, zone 3 is when you're managing people who are managing distributors who are in zone 1. You see, that's got to be about again, it can't probably get worse than zone 3. Of course, if you're in zone 4, I guess this has got to be the worst. Zone 4 is when you're managing distributors who are managing distributors who are managing distributors who are in zone 1. And I'll tell you what, you'll know when you're in zone 4 when you want to quit. You see, because people and distributors, Organo Gold distributors who get stuck in zone 4, who get stuck in managing people, distributors who are managing distributors who are managing distributors who are managing distributors who are in zone 1, they're going to quit because there's no money in that activity. That's not where the money is. The money is in zone 1. I hope I've made it really simple and real clear. Make a note to yourself and make a commitment to your family, to yourself, to your team that you're going to stay in zone 1. Why? Because that's where all the money is. All right. Let me continue on here with zone 1, and I want you to write this down. Zone 1, there are 3 kind of sections into zone 1, and I'm going to review each one of them separately. But for example, exposing. When you're exposing people, that is zone 1. When you're following up with a prospect that you've already exposed, you're in zone 1. And when you're helping a brand new distributor get started, you're in zone 1. All right. So for your notes, just write down expose, follow up, and get started, and just write zone 1 beside all three, and we're going to break this down for you into the daily method of operation. Now, this is your daily method of operation, and every single day, if you're focused on exposing new people, if you're focused on following up with prospects that you've already exposed, if you're focused on helping your baby brand new distributors get started, congratulations, you are in zone one, and it's where all the money is. People are looking for money. I mean, I'm telling you, in this year, there are people that you can't imagine who are looking to earn extra income to help support their family, to help their family live a better lifestyle, even part-time. And here you come with this gift of Organo Gold, the gift of the simplicity of coffee and tea and hot chocolate and mocha. And now you know where the money is. It's in exposing new prospects. It's in following up with those prospects. It's helping brand new distributors get started. That is your responsibility to help a brand new distributor get started once you sign up a brand new distributor. I'm going to go over that with you. So let's start off with the exposure process. And here's what it is. I want you to make a commitment to a day. This is what I did. This is how I got started with Organo Gold. I made a promise to myself. I made a promise no matter what. 7 days a week, I'm going to expose 2 new people a day. Okay, 2 new people a day. Write this down, 2 samples a day. Write it down, 2 samples a day. Make a commitment that no matter what, 7 days a week for 90 days, okay, for 90 days, that you're going to do the minimum of 2 new exposures, 2 samples a day. Now, I know some of you are sitting here going, 2, I'm going to do 20. I'm going to do 30. Oh, yeah, you might do that for a day or 2, and then you're going to quit. Okay, you cannot do that consistently over a large period of time. If you're thinking you're going to hand out 10 samples or 20 samples or 50 samples a day, you might be able to do it, but your team will never duplicate that action. And so you might have short-term success, but long-term, your team will not have success. But if you made a commitment and your team sees that you're serious, that you're, no matter what, that you're going to commit to a minimum of 2 samples a day, you can do that consistently. Your team can do that consistently every day, every week, every month, every quarter. You can, this is something that everybody can do, even if you have a full-time job, even if you have 2 full-time jobs or 3 or 4 jobs, you can still hand out 2 samples a day. Now, it doesn't seem like much, but if you grab a pen and your piece of paper and maybe a calculator, you'll figure out that after 90 days of just doing 2 a day, you've got 180 samples in the marketplace. 180 samples into the marketplace. If you've got a team that's committed with you of 10, let's say your team is, you've got a small team of 10 people and they're participating in the 90-day game plan, that's 1,800 samples in your marketplace over a 90-day period. Some of you have teams right now of 100 that are going to participate. That's 18,000 samples in a 90-day period. You're going to do some damage in the marketplace, some positive damage. And some of you on this line, and you know who you are, you've got 1,000 or 2,000 or 5,000 or 10,000 distributors already in your network. And if you focus on the simplicity of 2, everybody, come on, everybody together, 2 a day, 2 a day, 2 a day, you can have hundreds of thousands of samples going out into the marketplace. And within a 90-day game plan and a 90-day with everyone participating, you're going to explode your business. Again, it is simple, isn't it not? 2 samples a day. Some of you are going to say, well, that's too simple. But can you do it? Can you do it, first of all? And can you have a large group of people taking this step? And can you be consistent? Do it over and over and over every day, every week, every month, every quarter, okay? So there's your first thing on how to expose. Make sure if you're on this call that you absolutely memorize the 4 questions. When you're asking the 4 questions, you are in the exposure process. When you're asking the 4 questions, you're exposing new prospects. And so as you go through those 4 questions and you're asking those 4 questions, A, you're in zone 1, B, you're exposing new prospects. So if you don't know those 4 questions, stop everything and master them, practice them over and over until you've got those 4 questions down to a science. If you don't know what I'm talking about here with the 4 questions, get to your sponsor or their sponsor or your upline Sapphire or Ruby or Emerald or Diamond, and please work together with your mentor or your coach and get those 4 questions mastered. There's also part of the script in your flip chart that says, I need your help. Okay, master that script. Hey, I need your help. I just got started in a new business, and I need your help. Can you buy a box or two one time? See if you like the taste and how it makes you feel. If you like the coffee, I'll show you how to get some more. If you don't like the coffee, I'll never talk about it again. Pretty simple, but master those scripts as you expose brand new people, as you stay in zone one, master that script. And part of the exposure process is you've got to have a list. I know we talk about this, and it's part of the 4 steps to create a list. But for everyone in this room, for everyone listening to either the replay or the webinar here, you want freedom. Okay, I know when we travel all over the world, it doesn't matter what country we're in, people want to be free. You know, people are sick and tired of asking the boss when they can take a couple hours, to go have lunch, or maybe you've got a sick child at home and you have to ask permission to stay home with your child, or you have to ask permission of when you can take a week or 2 on holidays to be with your family. And what you most want, and what we're finding all over the world, not just Canada, US, but all over the world, people want their freedom. And if that's you, if you want your freedom, you need to be working on your list every single day. Who do you know? Who do you know, at least by first name, and who knows you by first name? But every day you can meet new people. Every day you can add to your list. It's like working out at the gym. At first your list might be small. When I got started, my personal list was 156 people. On my list, it took me 2 hours to write down 156 people's names. But today, that list of 156 people have turned into more than 1.5 million. Okay, 1.5 million. So make your list, but every day you're going to look at your list, you're going to add to the list. Every week you're adding to the list. Every month you're adding, every quarter, every year, and you're going to make that list. That is your ticket to freedom, by the way. And write this down. My list is my ticket to freedom. If you're serious about freedom, get serious about developing and adding to your list of contacts. Who do you know, at least by first name, and who knows you, at least by first name. Okay. On the exposure process, you're going to need some tools. To expose, you're going to need some tools. Okay, now, I often get this question. They say, well, what do I use? Should I use the Coffee That Pays DVD? Should I use the Ground to the Cup DVD? Should I use the flip chart? Should I use the Gold magazine? What tools are the best tools to use? Here's the answer, and I want you to write this down. The best tools are the ones that work the best for you. The ones that you like the best, that's what you're going to use the most, okay? They're all great tools. Gold magazine is a phenomenal tool, okay? The new Coffee That Pays and the old Coffee That Pays are awesome, phenomenal, world-class tools. The Ground to the Cup, world-class, simple tool. The flip chart is an amazing tool, but I want you to get into the habit of using the tools that produce the best results for you. But in my opinion, the #1 ranked tool in the history of network marketing is the sample. There is nothing more powerful than an Organo Gold sample. When you're meeting someone, you run into a prospect, you meet someone new, handing them a sample is the ultimate, most powerful and effective and high impact tool available. Okay, a sample. And so there's nothing like boiling a cup of water, mixing up some coffee or tea or hot chocolate mocha, and giving your prospect the experience of the phenomenal gourmet world-class taste of any one of our products. I hope this makes sense to you, but you need to sample, 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 sample. It is the best tool, I believe, in the history of direct sales. But other than the samples, use the tools that you resonate with the most. Use the tools that you like the most. You're going to produce better results. Okay, there's no wrong answer. I should use this DVD, or I should present with this DVD, or I need to only use the flip chart, or I should do a presentation. You're going to use the tools or Gold magazine. You're going to use the ones that you like the best. I hope this is making sense and you're getting a lot out of this. Remember, write this down in big bold letters. Do 2 a day. Make a commitment, 2 a day, every day. 2 a day, every day. It is the key to your success. It's the key to duplication. Just keep it simple. Do 2 a day. If you do 3 a day, good for you. If you do 5 in one day, good for you. But at least make a minimum commitment of doing every day and teach and duplicate everyone on the same page. And no one can say, well, 2 a day, that's ridiculous. Of course, no. It's coffee. Remember, we're talking about coffee. And so let's go to the next one. So we've talked about the exposure process and some of the simplicity that we can evolve. Now, the next big thing is the follow-up process. When you're following up with a prospect, you're in zone one. When you're following up with a prospect, you're in zone one. This is where the money is. If you don't follow up, you're wasting everyone's time. I can't tell you. And at corporate, we get calls every single day, a lot of calls every day, where someone calls the company and says, well, someone gave me a sample. I really like it. I want to get started, but I don't know who it was, because they never followed up. Are you kidding me? Every single day we get calls and we're saying, well, who was it that gave you the sample? Who was that distributor? They don't know. They don't know how to get in touch with them. And so if you don't follow up with your prospects, you've just wasted your own time, you've wasted your energy, and you've wasted that prospect's time, because chances are they're going to want to know more, or they're going to want more information. They call the company, and then we've got to guess. Well, where you live in this area, we'll assign that lead to a ruby or to a sapphire in that area. That's the best that we can do. And so when you're following up, your goal is to find out, with the prospect, what's your number? It's not to sell or convince them. It's not to teach them all about the Ganoderma or the compensation plan. That's not your role. When you follow up with a prospect, first of all, you're going to follow up when you've agreed that you're going to follow up. So when I'm handing out a sample to a prospect, I'm going to ask them, if they're not drinking it right there and then, we're going to set an agreement. Hey, I'm going to follow up tomorrow at 10 o'clock, or I'm going to follow up with you at noon, or I'm going to follow up with you next week. Whatever the agreement is, I'm going to write it down and I'm going to follow up. So you follow up with your prospect when you agreed with your prospect that you're going to follow up. But your goal in the follow-up process is to find out what number they are. There's 3 different choices, okay? This is important. If you got a pen, I hope you're writing this stuff down. I hope you're writing fast and you're getting a lot out of this webinar here. But you're going to tell the person, look, there's really 3 types of people that'll take a look at something like Organo Gold. And our role is not to sell or convince you, but I just want to kind of identify, are you a number 1, are you a number 2, or are you a number 3? And so let me go over the 3 different types of people. And if you see yourself in one of these 3 types of people, just let me know your number and I will know what the next step is to take with you. For example, if you just want to try the coffee to see if you like the taste and how it makes you feel, it's called a customer. All right. And if you don't have time to get involved in the business and you just want to drink the coffee and enjoy it, that is called a customer. And at Organo Gold, we love our customers. There is nothing wrong with being an OG customer. As a matter of fact, if you drink coffee or tea at least occasionally and you decide to switch your brand from whatever it is to Organo Gold, it's probably one of the most intelligent things you could do because of the power of Organo Gold's coffee, tea, hot chocolate, and mocha. So there's nothing wrong with being a customer. That's a number 1. A number 2, if there was a way that we can show you how to get free product, not just for yourself, but for your entire family every single month for free. If there was a way to do that and you'd like us to show you how to get free product, you're what's called a number 2. You're not a customer, which is number 1, but you're in the second category, which is someone that wants to learn how to get free product, okay? And finally, number 3 is if you're like me. This is what I say. I tell the prospect, if you're like me, because when I saw this opportunity, I said, oh my God, this is an amazing, I want to be a part of bringing the treasures of the earth to the people of the world. I want to get this word out in my city, in my province, in my country. I want to get this, I want to introduce this to as many people all over the world as possible. So when I saw this, I looked at the business opportunity. I wanted to earn income. And so now you put the ball back into their hands, and that prospect will tell you if they're a number 1, if they're a number 2, if they're a number 3. If they say I'm a number 1, what they're telling you is they just want to buy some coffee and leave them alone. If they say they're a number 1, don't go into the comp plan. If they say they're a number 1, stop talking about the system and the leadership. If they say they're a number one, sell them a box or two of coffee and congratulate them on the amazing decision that they made and watch what happens. Okay, get that coffee into their hand, make a profit. Thank you very much. And again, Organo Gold, you've got to remember, you might want to write this down. At Organo Gold, we love our customers. You should love your customers, and there's nothing wrong with being a customer because they'll buy again and again and again. Every single month they're buying coffee all the time. Okay, so that's a customer. Free, by the way, once they identify themselves as wanting to get it for free, here's a simple way that we can do a 2-minute training, not even. There's no seminars, there's no webinars to go to, there's no conventions to come to if all they want to do is get free coffee. All they do is they calculate on a monthly basis what amount of coffee do they need for their family every month. What amount of coffee? Maybe it's 5 boxes, maybe it's 7 boxes, maybe it's 10 boxes per month that they need in their household to consume, depending on the size of their family. The average coffee drinker is going to drink about 3 boxes, but if they're living with with an extended family, they're going to drink more than 3. So, but the average is 3. Okay. Now let's say that this particular person that you're talking to figures out that they need 7 boxes of coffee per month for their family. All they've got to do is they've got to retail that amount. Okay, I like to add a box or two to cover shipping and taxes. Okay, so so let's say it was 7 boxes. I add a box or two, okay, to cover shipping and taxes, and so that's 9 boxes. And I say, well, during the calendar month, if you're consuming 7 boxes, then you're going to retail to friends and people you work with and people that you know. You're going to retail 9 boxes, and by the way, yours is free. Okay, that's how it works. It's so simple. Training over, and now we've just shown someone how to get free product. Okay, if your product is not free, that is ridiculous. If you're in Organo Gold and you haven't got your free product, just retail whatever you're consuming on a monthly basis. Your product is free. Pretty simple. And of course, if they say that they want to get involved in the business, if they're more interested in the income opportunity, then we're going to take them aside separately and we're going to start teaching them about the 3 packs available: bronze, silver, gold. We'll show them uh, also the first 3 ways how to make money, with the retail and the fast start and the dual team. So keep it real simple. Show them how to get started with the 3 packs and show them the first 3 ways to make money. And then schedule once they sign up as a distributor, now you're going to schedule a separate time to go over the 4 questions and the 4 steps and teach them how to launch their business. Okay, I hope this is making sense, but this is how you're following up with a brand new prospect. Okay, just find out what their number is, and the faster you can find out what their number is, the better. Okay, so be like a laser, have laser beam focused when you're making your follow-up. You're not trying to sell them. You're not trying to convince them. You're just trying to find out, like a detective, hey, what's your number? How do you do that? You ask them what their number is. Okay, hope this is making sense. And let's go on to the next slide here. When you're following up, write these questions down, because these are 2 powerful questions that what I did is these are so strong that I wrote them on the back of a business card. And once you're presenting, once you either show the DVD or you did the flip chart, or maybe you told the story, or maybe you're flipping through Gold magazine, however it is that you like to present the best, then what I would do at the end of the presentation, okay, I would go to my business card, I would flip it over, and I would ask them these 2 questions. Can you see an opportunity? It's a very simple yes or no. Can you see an opportunity? If they say yes, I immediately go to question number 2, which is, would you like to get started? Very simple, okay? Nothing complicated here. Everyone wants to complicate this thing, but everybody can duplicate this. So you want to write these questions down. Can you see an opportunity? And ask it and practice it, so that when you ask on the follow-up, when you ask someone, can you see an opportunity here, it comes out naturally. It's, and they're either going to say yes or no. If they say no, if you've shown them Ground to the Cup, or if you've shown them the new DVD, The Coffee That Pays, and at the end of it, they're saying, no, I can't see an opportunity, your meeting is over. Maybe they'll become a customer, but again, don't try to convince them if they say, I can't see an opportunity. Maybe what you want to do is ask them for referrals. You might say something like, who do you know that's really sharp? Who do you know that is looking, that is hungry for a business opportunity to earn extra income? Who do you know that is teachable, that can follow a simple system, and maybe they'll give you some referrals, and you can follow up with your brand new referrals that you add to your list. Okay. All right. Here we go. So there's your follow up. Keep it simple. Don't complicate this. The next section in zone 1 is when you're helping a brand new distributor get started. So for those that say, for example, I'm a number 3 and I'd like to get started in the business, it's your responsibility to sit down with that person and teach them how to get started. I know it's easy, it's simple, it's coffee, but you have to remember that a brand new baby distributor who just gets started, they bought a gold pack or maybe they bought a silver or bronze pack, they don't know what to do. You might say it's easy, just do a CGM. They don't know what that is. And so you've got to sit down with them and show them step by step how to get started. As a matter of fact, the best way to show them and the best way to teach them is for example, what a CJM is say, hey, look, invite some people. I'll come over. I will do the CJM for you. I'm going to show you how to do the CJM, and you're going to teach them what to do by showing them what to do. And when they can see you and how simple that you've made it, they're going to learn a lot faster and they're going to duplicate a lot faster. Again, we're back to taking a few simple actions that can be duplicated by a large group of people over a consistent period of time. I'm telling you, it's a billion-dollar concept. All right. All right. Next, of course, the 4 steps. Make sure you understand that. Look, if all a brand new baby distributor did, if all they did was just switch their coffee from whatever they're drinking to Organo Gold, did you know that they're going to be qualified every single month? If all they did was just switch their coffee and just became, and instead of drinking that coffee, they drink Organo Gold, they're going to be qualified to receive income if all they do is switch their coffee. This is just amazing. And so make sure you're teaching them about what does it mean to become a product of the product. And again, you're going to go through the 4 steps. It's in your flip chart. You're going to sit down with them, make sure they have their list prepared. Let them know. You're going to make sure you show them what a CGM is, and you're working your way up to either supporting or conducting a minimum of 4 to 6 CGMs per week. And of course, you're going to teach them the importance of making a commitment for 18 months, to figure it out. We've got distributors in this room right now all over the place that have experience, but it's such a simple concept that many of the people with experience are trying to complicate, are trying to figure out things, are trying to make up a new system, and they're falling and they're failing. And then we've got distributors in this room who have 0 experience, okay, none, and they're just following the system and they're making money and they're growing their business, and it's just a joy to watch this happen. But keep it so simple, guys. Don't complicate this thing. Don't reinvent. We've got it. It's down to a science, and follow the system. So this is zone 1. It is the most important point here in helping people get started, that if you sponsor someone, it's your responsibility to teach that person whatever you know. Okay, if you've got a dual, you need to teach them what you did to get a dual. If you've moved up to Sapphire, it's your responsibility to teach people that you personally sponsor, how did you go Sapphire. Okay, it's not the company's responsibility to teach your distributors. It's your business. It's your responsibility. Plus, we're going to give you that 20% matching bonus. And so you want them making a lot of money, because we're going to match 20% of their unilevel paycheck every month goes to you. They still get their money, but you're going to get an additional 20%. Okay, that's part of the comp plan. Let's go on to the next. Next, so we talked about the daily. I hope your notes are full. I hope your pages are full by now for the daily, but the daily is the one that you're going to look at the most. Every day, you can take a look at those notes, and you can see every day if you're on track. Every day you can check it out. Now, on a weekly note, your goal is to conduct 4 to 6 CJMs a week. You see, when I'm on the road, when I traveling out all over the world, I'm doing 4 to 6 CJMs a day. Okay, every day, small groups, 10 to 15 people maximum. I don't like going more than 15 people. I like the smaller, 10 to 15 in that area. 2 or 3 is fine as well. You don't need to have 10, but I like the smaller groups because you get to spend a little bit more time with them. you get to have a little bit better interaction, but you're conducting, your goal is 4 to 6 a week, and this is the part-time plan on a weekly basis, part-time, 4 to 6. See, if you're not conducting 4 to 6 or supporting, what do I mean by conducting and supporting? Conducting is if you're organizing. Supporting is if one of your distributors is organizing, but you're going there to support and help them. You know, maybe you're teaching them how to do a CGM. Maybe you're showing them what to do. Maybe you're watching them do their first CGM to make sure they don't fall. Okay, that's what I mean by conduct or support. Most people and most distributors, when they see do 4 to 6 CGMs per week, they're thinking that they have to organize and they have to be responsible for 4 to 6. No, that's not what it means. It just means be a part, play a role in 4 to 6 CGMs per week. Okay. Normally, you're going to be involved in CGMs within your organization, within your within your group, and if you're involved in CGMs within your organization, you're going to grow your business. You're in zone 1, and that's where you want to be. Okay, that's weekly. Also, weekly. Okay, every single week, do not miss, under any circumstances, the millionaire mentorship call. All right, is this too difficult? You've got a millionaire or someone who's becoming a millionaire in Organo Gold, going to invest an hour of their life into you, into your business, and share with you step by step what's working for them, what's happening. They're going to give you tips and tricks and things every single week. You've got an hour of time with an OG coffee millionaire, and many of you are missing that call, and you're wondering what's going on with my business. You're not plugged in. Get plugged into that important call. I believe in all of network marketing, it's the most important call, and we've got people outside of our company. They never miss this call because there's so many tips that are given by people that have proven track records of success. Okay, they've got the track record of success. Now, here's the best part. It's on once a week, every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. But guess what? If you're busy at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard on Sunday nights, we record them and you can listen to the replay. And my recommendation is listen to the replay again and again and again, and make sure your team is plugged into that important weekly call. Now, asking an organization or asking people that you're personally working with, personally sponsoring, you know, every week, can you make a commitment to get on that call and to listen to that call once a week? No one's going to say, well, that's too difficult. It's simple. It's a simple action that can be duplicated by a large group of people, and they can do it consistently, week after week after week, month after month, year after year. Did you know in the last 6.5 years, we've never missed a call, never missed participate in 4 to 6 CGMs, not a day, but during the week. If you say yes, check. Okay, and if you listened to the Millionaire Mentorship live, or if you listen to the replay, you can put a check mark and you've completed your weekly method of operation. Okay, hope that makes sense. We're going to move on to the monthly now, and we're going to starting this Saturday. What we want you to do, the first Saturday of every month, we want you to make a commitment. This is your monthly plan now. We talked about the daily, we talked about the weekly. Now we're going to go into the monthly method of operation. Host or support a global CGM day event. So that means the first Saturday of every month, starting this Saturday, all over the world, in every country that we're in, we're going to be participating in what's called Global CGM Day, where everyone is going to be doing a CGM, whether it's in their house, and some areas, for example, communities are larger, and so some are going to be renting hotels, and some are going to be doing major events. But if you are doing a CGM on a Saturday, the first Saturday of the month, it counts. Okay, it means you're participating. It means you're hosting. It means you're supporting a global CGM Day event. And so that's what you want to do once a month. And once a month, you also want to, again, host or support a local Super Saturday. And some of you, because I get these emails every day, well, there's no Super Saturday in my local area. Then start one. Okay, then be the leader and start a Super Saturday in your local area. If there is none, you be the leader that gets that market up and running. Why not? Don't wait for leadership to come to you. You become the leader and force the leadership to come to you. Meaning that if you produce results, the leaders will find you. The leaders are going to want to come into your market to find out what the heck is going on in that community. Out of nowhere, boom, they grew, and you will attract leaders from the company to you. And the next thing is you want to post your events at organogold.com/event, okay? Remember, it's organogold.com/events. Post your CJMs, post your trainings, post. Now, if you're a Ruby or above, if you're a qualified Ruby or above, pay attention, because a qualified Ruby and above, you're profiting from the global success of the company. That means in every market, whether you know how to spell the country, whether you've ever been there, whether you know it, doesn't matter. If they're drinking coffee in that country and you're a qualified Ruby or higher, you're getting paid, you're profiting. And so in exchange, what Organo Gold is asking you to do, qualified Rubies, is you post when you're doing an income opportunity presentation in your market. The world wants to know where you are. You're making money on the world, and so the world says, well, if you're in a particular, maybe you're in Chicago, or maybe you're in Vancouver, maybe you're in Jamaica, wherever you're in, whatever, tell the world where you are. Now, Rubies and above, we're going to post your name. You get your name up there. We're going to post the event location. We're going to post your rank. If you're not a qualified Ruby or above, we're not going to tell people where you live, okay? If you're doing a CGM, that's great. We'll know there's a CGM happening in a particular community, but we're not going to tell the world your address. If you're a Ruby or above, we want to tell the world where you're having your event, what hotel or what community center, wherever you're having your events, okay? Hope that makes sense. There's your 90-day game plan. On a quarterly basis, we want you to make a commitment, very simple, but attend an Organo Gold major event, okay? A major event. Every 90 days, every quarter, you need to attend a major event. Get plugged in to the worldwide leadership of Organo Gold. Get to meet with them, rub shoulders with the best of the best, meet the new leaders, meet people, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a second, and I'm going to describe what a major event is, and this is what your method of operation every quarter. A major Organo Gold event is a Super Saturday where there is an elite diamond or higher at that event. Okay, so in a 90-day period, take a look at your calendar, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to take you through these steps in a second. But take your calendar, for example, and where is an elite diamond doing an event within the next 90 days and get there? Or maybe it's a VIP Super Saturday. We're going to be making a major announcement this week about a VIP Super Saturday coming up within the next 90 days. A P50K that just happened, and most of you in this room, you were at P50K and you're fired up, all right? And that's awesome. But the P50K, that is a major event. And of course, the International Convention is a major event. So within a 90-day cycle, make sure that you're attending one of these, okay? There may not be, for example, in the next 90 days, there is no international convention. So you're going to be looking for a P50K, a VIP, or a Super Saturday where you can get in front of and near an elite diamond or higher. Okay, hope this is making sense. I hope that this has been extraordinarily valuable. Now what I want to do is go into your assignments and now grab a brand new piece of paper. And here's the thing, get your calendar out. If you don't have a calendar, you're wasting, you know, I like what Holton Bugg says. He says your calendar is your calculator. Your calendar is your calculator. I love when distributors call me and they'll say, Shane, my business isn't working so well, and let me see your calendar. Let me see what you got going on. There's nothing in the calendar, and so we can predict your future by just looking at your calendar. Okay, right? You want to write this down. We can predict your future in Organo Gold by looking at your calendar, and if you don't have a calendar, get one. Now we have Organo Gold calendars available at OGU. But if you don't have an Organo Gold calendar, go to the books, the bookstore, the drugstore. You can get a month at a glance. We want you to get a month at a glance so that you can plan out your success. okay, that you can plan out your success. So you want to write some of this stuff down. Here you go. In your calendar, you want to schedule your OG Global CGM Day event. Okay, it's every first Saturday of every month, starting this Saturday. So schedule it out. So make a commitment that on the first Saturday of every month that you're going to personally make a commitment to either host, and if you don't want to host, you're going to participate in a global CGM Day event. Okay, it could be at one of your distributors or your sponsors or whatnot. These events are for prospects, by the way. You're going to invite your prospects. OG Super Saturday event, schedule it in your calendar. Make a commitment. If there is no Super Saturday in your local marketplace, create the Super Saturday. Schedule it in and say, I'm going to do a Super Saturday, okay, event. You don't have to start off your Super Saturday with 1,000 people in the room. You could have 5 or 6 and then move it to 10 and then 20 and then 100 and then 500. That's how it goes. And then don't forget to post all of your events, especially if you're a Ruby or higher. Everyone should be posting, but Rubies or higher, make sure you're posting so the world knows your name, the world knows your rank, and they know that you're doing an event. Schedule your millionaire mentorship every Sunday night. Write it down in your calendar. Your calendar is there. It's going to happen every single, and I hope if you follow the plan, you're going to be hosting the millionaire mentorship call. Okay, you're going to get, I can't wait for you. I can't wait for the day that you get the call that says, hey, it's your turn. Would you like to host? Would you like to share your insights for 1 hour with the entire worldwide Organo Gold team? I can't wait to see your face when you get that call the first time. If you did get that call, how fired up would you be to share your insights and what you learned as an OG coffee millionaire with the world? Okay, you can't get on that call if you don't even have a dual, or if you're not even consistently ranking as a sapphire. You've got to do the work. You've got to produce the results, and that's how you get on those calls or on our stage, on our worldwide stage. Next, here's some notes. Make sure that you and your team are on an appropriate monthly auto ship. Don't play games with your business. Make sure that you're qualified, that you've got your qualifications in by the latest on the 5th. And, a lot of people say, I'm OG, you're OG. Everybody wants to be OG. I can tell you right now, if you're just drinking the coffee, you're O. If you're drinking coffee, tea, hot chocolate, and mocha, you're O. If you're drinking the coffee and the tea, the hot chocolate and mocha, and you're taking the caps, the capsules, the pure 100% certified organic Ganoderma, you're OG. Okay, if you're just taking caps, you're G. If you're just drinking the beverages, you're O. But if you're doing both, I am surprised because we can see people's orders, we can see the reorders, and we are surprised at how very, very, very few distributors even order the caps because they really don't understand the treasures of the earth. When Bernie Chua said, I'm bringing the treasures of the earth to the people of the world, he wasn't talking about coffee. He was talking about the power and the miracle of Ganoderma lucidum, okay? If you're not on those capsules, you're missing out. You deserve the best. There is not, according to science, you can't put anything into your body more powerful and more nutritionally perfect for your body than Ganoderma. It is the closest thing to nutritional perfection found in nature, and some of you are missing it, okay? But don't miss it. Make a commitment that you're going to add it to your order. All right, next. This is big, okay? This is important, what I'm about to say. When you can start your 90-day game plan, it's your business. I'm giving you the guidelines. I'm giving you the strategy, but this is your business. I'm not forcing you to run your 90-day game plan. I'm going to do my plan. You do your plan when you're ready to launch your 90-day game plan. And you can launch it on the 1st of April, on the 1st of June. You could do it. You could say, I'm launching my 90-day game plan the 1st of December next year. That's fine. It's your business. But when you launch into the 90-day game plan, this is what you need to do. Okay, you can't just start and say, I'm going to start and then no movement, no momentum. You want to launch like a rocket. Okay, this is important. What I'm about to say is probably going to be the most important thing I'm going to say. You've got to do what's called a major blast within 7 days of your launch. Within 7 days of your launch, you've got to do a white hot burst of energy and do 40 to 50 exposures within a 7-day period. do an incredibly large amount of exposures, and you know what an exposure is now. I went through this on your daily activity, but you're going to do 40 to 50 within a 7-day period to get you into momentum, to get you into movement. Without that major blast, your rocket is going to fall down sideways. Okay, and a lot of you are trying to run your business, and your rocket is falling down. You want to conduct a major blast to launch into your 90-day game plan. You want to do this with your team. You want to do this with your prospects. So you're preparing for your 90-day game plan. You might be involved in your 90-day game plan, but when you announce, for example, on April 1st, our team is going to start our 90-day plan and our all-out massive energy, make sure that you begin the 90-day game plan with an all-out burst of energy. Write this down. A major blast equals 40 to 50 exposures within a 7-day period. If you do 40 to 50 exposures within a 7-day period, it's going to boost your momentum. It's going to boost your energy. You contact 40 to 50 people within a 7-day period, you're going to get busy. You're going to be into momentum in a very, very quick period of time. This could set you up for life in some cases. All right, you could set your career up for life. Don't take this lightly. It's probably one of the most important slides on the entire page. Get together with your upline diamond if you need more clarification on this, and they'll explain it to you, and or just watch them when they do the blast. Watch what happens when you do your 90. When you make a decision that you're going to go into your 90-day game plan, you're going to do your grand opening or your re-grand opening, and you're going to do it within 10 to 15 days of your launch. Okay, when you move into your 90-day game plan, you're saying within a week, within 7 days, I'm going to contact 40 to 50, but within 10 to 15 days, I'm going to do an event, and it's going to be a grand opening event. You do not invite distributors to that particular event. It's for your guests. It's for your prospects. The only distributor that should be at your re-grand opening is maybe your sponsor or maybe your mentor or your coach. That's it. Do not invite distributors to your grand opening. It's not for them. It's for your prospects. Okay, hope this is making sense. But here's some of the things that I like to do when I'm grand opening, doing the launch. This is what I do. I just call everybody I know and I say, if you love me, you're going to be there. If you like me and you know me, you trust me, you're going to be there. I don't care if you buy anything, just come and support my grand opening. Okay. Oh, by the way, if you're coming, why not bring a few friends with you? Okay, that's how I do it, and that's how you want to really do it. So you want to, if you can write this stuff down, great. If not, you can watch the replay. Okay, you can watch this replay over and over and over again. But here's what you do when you're grand opening, when you launch into your 90-day game plan. Within 7 days, you're going to do your 40 to 50 exposures within a very short period of time, and then within 10 to 15 days, okay, you're going to do what's called a grand opening, and you're going to build for your prospects, not for your distributors. Big underline. Make sure you underline that. It's for your prospects. All right. Hope this is making sense, and we're almost done here. Schedule in your global CGM Day event or support one. Make sure that you've got organogold.com/events and schedule to attend a major event. Okay, get your calendar out. Look at the list. Look at the OG events. You'll see where all the blue diamonds, black diamonds, crown diamonds, ambassadors, global master distributor, your executive vice president. Look at where those major events are and schedule into your next 90-day game plan. Where are you going to be? Where are you going to get plugged in within the next 90 days to one of those major events? All right. And with that, this concludes the 90-day game plan. There's nothing in here, whether it's your daily method of operation, your weekly method of operation, your monthly method of operation, your quarterly method of operation. All right. There's nothing in here that is complicated. There's nothing in here that you or anyone within your organization cannot do. It doesn't matter what country you live in. It doesn't matter how much money you have in the bank. It doesn't matter if you've got a little bit or a whole lot of experience. You can win with Organo Gold. That's something that I'm very proud of with Organo Gold, is that we've got people winning. I mean, we've just got a brand new diamond that broke out of Malaysia, and their story is incredible. We're going to post it up. Their story is going to blow your mind because they have zero experience. As a matter of fact, we've got another one that I just contacted today out of Malaysia, zero experience, and with zero experience, they just broke their first diamond. I am so fired up to see that it's possible to take someone with no experience, and they're telling us, hey, we have no experience, but we broke a diamond. They're a diamond, but they broke a diamond. That is incredible. And yet we have others that have many, many years of experience, and they're struggling in this business because they're complicating it and they're not following a system. I've just laid out right here the 90-day game plan. Make a decision. It's your business. So you launch your 90-day game plan. You make a commitment to yourself and to your team when you're going to launch your 90-day game plan. It's your business, and I wish you success. And I know we're going to see everyone at the Organo Gold International Convention in Los Angeles. And what I'm most proud of is how many of you are going to be walking across the big stage, you know, collecting your rewards for either being a star achiever or a 12-star achiever, or maybe you're going to be recognized as a sapphire, a ruby, an emerald, and some of you are going to be knighted as the newest Organo Gold diamonds. And again, remember the cruise is coming up. Get on that cruise, and we'll see you at the top.